Hi everybody, good afternoon. Welcome to my Intro to Integers video. We are starting our new unit with integers and we are just doing a very quick introduction with just a few things that you need to know about integers before we really get into the math. So if you have this paper that I am going to show you right here, you need to print it out. I have it on Teams. Go ahead and print it out. You can follow along. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the number line, about what integers are, real world situations with integers, comparing integers and ordering them, and then finally absolute value. Okay, so go ahead and copy down these notes. So here we have a number line, and the number line helps us visualize positive and negative numbers. Positive numbers are greater than 0, and negative numbers are less than 0. And what about 0? It's neutral. It's neither positive nor negative. It does not have a sign. Opposites are two numbers that are the same distance from 0. For example, we have 5 right here. If I had asked you to graph the opposite would be negative 5. 5 and negative 5 are opposites. Feel free to pause this video if you need to copy some things down. Okay, a good definition of an integer is they are whole numbers. For example, 0, 1, 2, 3. And they're opposites. So opposites can be negative or can be positive if you have a negative number. So whole numbers, positive and negative, and their opposites. So let's name the opposite of each integer. I'm going to do the first 3 for you. Then you can pause it and do 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so 17, the opposite of that would be negative 17. Negative 9, opposite of that is 9. 24, opposite is negative 24. And by the way, you do not have to write the positive sign every time you write a positive integer. Just write the number. It's understood that it's positive. We've been writing positive integers this whole year in math. Okay, go ahead and do 4, 5, and 6. Then you can unpause it. Here we have number 4 is 140. Oops, I made a mistake. You see? Should be 31. Negative 31, the opposite is 31. 58, the opposite is negative 58. Okay, whenever I ask you to graph an integer on the number line, here's what I want you to do. Just draw a little dot. We're going to graph negative 5, so you can draw the dot above or on the number line. I'm going to write negative 5 right here. And then we're just going to label the rest of the number line. Okay, you can see that I pasted a number line right above, right here. So when we label it, we have, as you move to the right, the numbers get bigger. Negative 4, negative 3, negative 2. And then as you move to the left, numbers get smaller. Negative 6, negative 7, negative 8. Okay, now I'm going to graph a 2. Put a little dot on the 2. I typically like to put it in the middle. And then I'm going to fill in the rest of my number line. Okay, I have 2, 3, 4, 5, just a typical number line like you've always seen. But this time we have negatives, and the negatives are just kind of like a mirror reflection of the positives. As you move away from 0 in this direction, the numbers get smaller and smaller and smaller. We're going to examine that more in detail soon. Okay, next, these are real-world situations with integers. You can see there's a lot of vocabulary here that you need to know. Okay, I'm going to show you a document that will help you out. Right here, this is what I'm giving out in class. There are a list of positive words and negative words that describe negative situations. Okay, and I tried to do opposites like positive rise, the negative to that would be fall, rise and fall. Profit and expense. Increase is positive, decrease would be a negative number. Okay, just a couple that some students have had some trouble with over the years is ascend or ascent. That means to climb up. Like, for example, a plane ascended 300 feet. That would represent the plane is increasing altitude 300 feet. And similarly, the opposite would be descend. The plane descended 400 feet. That would be represented by negative 400. Okay. Another one is a deposit and a withdrawal. You want to think about a bank account. Okay. If you add money to your bank account, let's say you add $25, that would be a deposit of $25. That would be plus 25. To withdraw money from a bank account means that you're taking it out of your bank account. So your bank balance is going to get lower. So negative 25. That's a withdrawal. Okay. Bonus and then fee. Let's say you're working and you get a bonus of $200 on your paycheck. Okay. Plus 200. Fee, if you, a good example of a fee would be like a negative $25 fee. For example, if there's a fee to sign up a fitness club or something, it would be negative 25. So these are just some words that you'll want to look at. You'll want to take some time with this, press pause, figure out which one's positive and which one's negative. But let's go back to our PowerPoint. I'm going to do a few of them, and then I'm going to press pause, and you can do some of them. Okay, 13-foot incline. Incline is kind of like a ramp, so we're going to put positive 13. 16 degrees below zero could be modeled by negative 16. That would be our integer. 8 feet above sea level, plus 8. $75 deposit, so you're putting money into the bank. Oops. Sorry, guys, I'm doing this during announcements. You're putting money into the bank. $75 is going into the bank. And again, you don't have to put that little plus sign, positive sign. Okay, go ahead and do 16 through 21, and we will check them. You can press pause. Okay, you can see the answers right here. Just a few things I want to highlight. A debt of $120. That means you owe somebody $120. That's a negative. $15 discount. You will take $15 away from the product price that you are buying. 21-day extension means that days are being added on to a deadline. And here's the word descent again. 900-foot descent means that a plane is landing. Maybe you're descending a mountain. You're traveling down a mountain. Negative 900. So go ahead and study those words. Okay, next, when we're comparing integers, you can think of the number line, and we are going to use the less than or greater than symbol. Less than or greater than symbol in these. And also you can think of it kind of like a Pac-Man. Remember that video game Pac-Man? Pac-Man likes to eat the bigger number, so you can draw the little Pac-Man mouth or alligator mouth eating the bigger number. But we would read this 3 is greater than negative 11 because any positive is always greater than a negative. If you have two negatives, you can think that the negative 27, if I were to graph this on this number line, would be way out here. Negative 27, way out there. Okay, that's like a little gap right there, a little break. Negative 4 is over here. So the number that is closer to 0 is the bigger number. Okay, it's kind of like you can think of negatives as opposites of positives. The larger the negative number, the smaller it actually is. Okay, negative 9 and 0. Negative 9 is smaller than 0 or less than 0. Then we're comparing negative 35 and negative 38 on a number line. We would have the negative 38 here, and then the negative 35. So the more you travel to the left, the smaller the numbers are. So negative 35 is greater than negative 38. You can think opposite. Okay, fill in the rest, 26 through 29. You can go ahead and check your work. Press pause if you need to. Okay, next, moving on. Next, we're going to order the integers. I think the best strategy is you can, as you are writing them from least to greatest, you can cross out the number just to help you keep track. So you want to think about which number is the furthest from 0. This negative 18 is the smallest number. Then we have negative 7, negative 4, and then now we move into the positives, which you are used to, and this is how we order the numbers. Okay, let me go ahead and do number 31 with you as well. Negative 39 is the smallest. We have negative 24, negative 12, and then 20 and 24. Okay, go ahead and do 32, 33, and 34, and I will share those answers with you. Here are the results you can check. And you can see problem 34. We are dealing with the word gained and lost. Gained, of course, is positive. Lost is negative. Feel free to pause if you need to. And finally, to end our intro to integers, we're going to discuss absolute value. The absolute value of a number is its distance from 0 on the number line. The absolute value of a number x is written like this. We have these absolute value bars on either side, and here's little x inside. So we can read this as, what is the absolute value of x? And x can represent any number. Okay? For example, 35, absolute value of 2. So how you do this is, here's 0 on my number line. Here's 2. How far is 2 from 0? It's 2 spaces. Distance is always positive, so absolute value is always going to be positive. Okay, let's look at negative 6. It's right here on the number line. How far from 0 is negative 6 on the number line? 6 spaces, so the absolute value of negative 6 is 6. Then we have negative 21, and you guessed it, it's 21 spaces away. Absolute value is always positive, again, because distance is always positive. Absolute value of 95 is 95. So we're not talking opposites here. We're just talking the distance from 0, which is always positive. Do 39 and 40. Okay, 39 is 0. 0 is 0 spaces from 0 on the number line. It's right on top of it. If for 40, negative 47, it is 47 spaces from 0. This is absolute value. Yeah, I hope you learned a lot. And if you have this sheet printed out, please finish the rest of it. You can check Teams for the answer key, check your work. And also, I'm going to put a GIMP kit on Teams for you to practice this skill. Hope you have a fantastic day. See you soon.